I wrote a song about it. Like the hit go.
Come on now.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Wrote a Song About It. Like the hit go. I would venture a guess to say you and I are both surprised that I'm back after after last episode. Because, oh, good God, I never want to revisit that again. But today is going to act as somewhat of a palate cleanser. I think today will be a pretty chill, short, fun episode. I don't have a lot to do here today because I think this one kind of is self-explanatory. And once we get into it, you'll either like it or you won't. And or I'll get a cease and desist from the record company that owns this. But what I did this time, so throughout the course of my life, it's been an exercise of me working out how to compose music, how to make beats, how to produce, how to record, how to mix, how to write songs. All of these things, you know, I've had different phases of focusing on different aspects of each of these things throughout my musical career. So for a while, I would just focus on making beats. And then I would kind of get real heavy into like, okay, these are the types of beats. And if I go back and listen to some of my beats, I can kind of tell at what stage of my life they were, because I'm terrible with dates. Like, again, I have time blindness. So like I'm terrible with dates and locations and exactly when something happened and what stage it was at. Like, I remember my life in kind of like eras, like kind of groups of like years. Like, so this happened to be, where was I at? In 2009, 2010, I was living in Las Vegas. So there was a period in time back before I transitioned. I was transitioning from working in digital performer to getting started in Studio One, which has been my DAW of choice for over the last like decade. And as of late, I just started working in a new DAW, but like Studio One has been my DAW of choice. Is where I'm most comfortable and where I've done the most work. So I don't remember exactly. I think this track was done in Digital Performer, if I remember correctly. If I go back and look at the directory that it's in, I think it was done in Digital Performer. So this was circa late 2009 or early 2010, before I moved back up to Pacific Northwest. I did one of the things that I normally do is you grab a song that you like, you hear a sample that you like or a bit of music that you like, you chop it up and you either do your version of, you know, sampling that or remixing it or whatever you want to do. I will do that from time to time. Like, I have beats on my hard drives that are just samples that like I'll probably never be able to clear. The stuff that I've put together that I wanted to do it and I would love to use it, but like I'll probably never get the rights to use it. But to that point, this was one of those instances where, you know, I was focusing on, you know, improving my beat making and remixing skills. And so right around that time, an album dropped by two relatively well-known rappers, Master Ace and Ed O.G. They did a joint project called Arts and Entertainment. And personally, I think it was a very well done album that was very slept on. Like, it did not receive a lot of fanfare, but from start to finish, it was a great album. Like, there was just a lot of good music on that album. So if you want to search that album out, it's Master Ace and Ed O.G., EDO space G. And the album's called Arts and Entertainment. It dropped in summer 2009. And it's a very, very good album. So I highly recommend you go pick that album up. It's probably on streaming anyway. So I would highly recommend you check it out. It was a good album in my opinion. but it wasn't like a mainstream release. It kind of went that underground hip hop route, but like, I think it was very quality, good music, and I think it deserves to be listened to. So to that point, towards the end of that album, there was a song called Dancin' Like a White Girl. Now, mind you, the song is really just mindless fun. It's hilarious. It's hilarious if you're not the kind of person that takes everything too seriously. So yes, I think on some level, someone could be like, well, that's a little bit offensive. Sure. But if you listen to the song and take it at face value and it's just mindless fun, there's nothing really super like offensive about it. But there's always somebody that'll find something wrong and be like, no, that's too much. Because like people. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a very fun song, very silly song. And sometimes people don't allow you to be silly. And I think you should have some time to be silly. And you don't have to be like an evil person to everyone around you in order to have fun. And I don't think that's what this was, but people will get offended at anything. So, I will be offended at things. So it's like, I understand, but also like, I feel like this was just a silly song. It was great and it was fun. And there were elements of this song that I really liked. Like, I really liked certain ways that the phrases were written and performed. And so there was a certain groove there that I was really enjoying. And so what I did was I found the bits and pieces that I really dug, chopped them up, and turned them into, a dance remix. Now, the song is a faster paced song. So it already is fast paced like a dance song. But also like when you look at like a lot of like dance music in Black community, when you look at like stuff like two-step and like different things like that, our dance music tends to be a little bit slower sometimes than what you see in like mainstream American music. And so we could do a dance song and it's not super, super, super fast, but we dance to it. So there's a little bit of difference in like tempo and rhythm and like cadence and approach to like some of the stuff that we dance to. So calling this a dance remix is really, if you look at it from a perspective of like what you hear typically in terms of like tempo with like Black music, like it's not a fast paced dance song. This is not like EDM. It's not like house music or techno or anything like that. Cause I know when people think dance, they think that stuff, the super high, high heart rate, thumping, pounding beat. And this isn't that. But I took Dancin' Like a White Girl, remixed it into a track that I just called Dancin'. And so it had a real nice mellow tempo that's like real chill. Like if you wanted to just have like a chill dance, like that's what I'm talking about. So this is just an instrumental. There's nothing that crazy about it. It's just a nice vibe. I really like the vibe because I really enjoyed the original song. And so this is one of those moments where like I decided to work on like trying to remix something a little bit. And I came up with this. So I'm going to shut the hell up and let you listen to Dancin'. Okay, that was Dancin. I hope you dug it. I hope you shook your booty a little bit. But if not, you know what? I get it. Because I chopped up a song that is really good off a really good album. Again, I want to encourage you to go and either purchase or stream Arts and Entertainment by Master Ace and Ed O.G. I can't recommend that album enough. It's a fantastic album. It was a lot of fun. And I think it deserves to be heard. So, you know, it didn't blow up, but it's a good album, and I think more people should listen to it. So if you're listening to this, this is me telling you to go listen to that album. Independent of whatever I thought I was doing while I was trying to remix this. My point is, go listen to that album. But for the time being, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to listen to Wrote a Song About It. Like to hear it, here it go. As always, feel free to shoot me an email. Feel free to let me know, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show, leave a rating if you're listening to it on iTunes or something like that. If you feel so inclined, please feel free to subscribe and support the show. I'm working on making sure that the links are up everywhere and that it's real easy and simple and obvious on how to support the show. But at the end of the day, I just appreciate you taking some time out of your day to give me a listen. So enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Wrote a Song About It. Like to hear it, here it go. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.